One was Dances with Wolves in Space. Still good, and I love how James Cameron said he's a bit particular. I think people who've worked for him would say he's very particular. Of the other films, The Abyss, I think that's a hidden gem. It is a fantastic film, but it also was a nightmare to film for those actors. They were underwater for a lot of the scenes, had to hold their breath. And Aliens is one of the best films. I think it's the best science fiction film ever made. It is excellent. And True Lies is just a hoot. So,
there you go. Are you excited to watch them in 4K?
I will watch Aliens definitely in The Abyss in 4K. They're two of my favorite films of all time. So,
all right.
James Cameron, he's the man. Quick look outside. I get your first alert weather forecast coming up next.
Plus, we take a closer look at the Southeastern Washington Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force and their fight to protect children from online predators. And a scary moment for coffee customers at a local Starbucks after a pickup crashes through the front of the store. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. It's 6 o'clock. Almost exactly.
6 o'clock. Yes, it is.
I don't know why I get so excited about that, but I just want to let you at home know what time it is, because I don't know about you, but I've always timed out how long I have at home.
Yes, very strict schedule.
Well, to get to work on time. So, to the moment. So I want to help you be right there to the moment. And good morning, Riley.
Good morning.
Are we talking about your new kitty cat later on the show, or did we already do that?
I think so. We already did it.
Okay.
So people can, maybe I'll clip it later and it'll be on our YouTube.
But she's got a kitty cat, Plum. I like that.
Thank you.
It's a boy. We thought it was a boy.
We thought it was a girl. He's a boy.
Okay.
So, but we're keeping the name.
All right, excellent. All right, quick look outside. I think Plum is non-gender specific.
Exactly, just like my Peach boy.
Exactly, definitely for Peach. Quick look outside, and we did have a little bit of wetness roll through the Tri-Cities. That is long gone, but a little bit of slick roads out there. We do have a dense fog advisory for the Blue Mountain region. We have 10% visibility for Pendleton, 40% Walla Walla, 30% Hermiston, 50% in Ellensburg. Give yourself a little extra time. We do have more fog, and honestly, more fog is on the way. Also, hope you enjoyed those temperatures and conditions from yesterday. Either foggy or cloudy conditions, highs in the mid to lower 40s, maybe even upper 30s sneaking in there. Doubt we'll see much sunshine, if at all, today. And I don't think we're going to see much sunshine for the week ahead and even beyond. And we may just see this fog hold for Walla Walla. So we'll keep a close eye on that. So what are we having? Clouds or fog, winds remain light, and our temperatures remain right around our average. I'll get you ready for that and sneak peek at maybe your final, well, shopping weekend of the year in my first alert weather forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
The Southeastern Washington Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force is working to find criminals before a victim comes forward.
What I can tell you from our cases, we get a lot of offenders that are being discovered for the first time.
I spoke with Kennewick Police Detective Bill Dramus about his extensive work with the task force and what you need to know about the work that they are doing.
In a proactive investigation, there is no story. We don't know who we're dealing with until we figure it out.
The detective says investigators are specially trained to manage conversations online, gathering information to take dangerous predators off the internet.
One of the defenses that we see typically after this investigation is concluded is somebody saying, well, they really were just online playing a role. Okay, well, the chat, the dialogue itself will kind of bear that out. And I don't want to give away investigative techniques, but there's specific responses and ways that they're built in to kind of break down that fantasy defense. Because we know if they're showing up for the sexual exploitation of a child. It is a very deliberate act. It's very thought through. There's very specific things that they say. We want to make sure that we're doing things that doesn't allow those defenses, because we know this person showed up, they're going to be a really bad person.
In some cases, a person trying to find victims online finds a police detective instead. But in others, criminals do find a child. Detective Dramus says when that happens, you have to think of the child's electronics as crime scenes full of evidence.
Don't destroy the evidence. Please, please, please take the phone, get it off the internet. Understand that, you know, we need passwords, and time is of the essence. We need to find these predators before they're able to either change a profile, delete a profile, get rid of evidence. The time is crucial.
He says the one thing you should not do is try to track down or confront the predator yourself, even if you know who it is.
What people don't take into account is the lethality of these cases. People that have a secret world have a ton to lose. And when they are caught by law enforcement, or when they are discovered by somebody, dangerous things can happen. We don't want to see citizens putting themselves in harm's way, trying to have that aha, gotcha moment.
Confronting a criminal isn't only putting yourself in harm's way. You could actually make work harder for police, who have to follow very specific steps to make sure the evidence they gather will hold up in court.
If somebody is doing something wrong, and in our case, if somebody's doing something evil, we want to make sure that that investigation's airtight. We don't want that person to slip through the cracks. People shouldn't be out conducting their own investigations. We leave that to professionals.
When it comes to protecting your own children, investigators say make sure you know what they're up to online and keep those lines of communication open. A fire in Benton County destroyed several animal coops and sheds at a home Monday morning. Fire crews responded to the call for help in the 10,600 block of North Canyon View Drive, northeast, just before 10:30 a.m. Fire officials say when they got to the scene, the blaze took over several buildings and thick smoke was coming from them. The roofs of outbuildings collapsed, leaving piles of burning wood on the ground. Several hay bales in the coops were charred. Animals were taken out of the cages after fire crews arrived on scene, and it is unknown if any of them got hurt. Fire crews are still investigating how the fire started, and no people were injured. A Starbucks location in Kennewick was closed after a truck crashed into the store yesterday. It happened around 10:45 a.m. at the Starbucks located at 6607 West Canal Drive. Authorities say the driver of a pickup crashed into the building, smashing the large window and going into the store. One person suffered minor injuries and was treated at the scene. According to authorities, they are expected to be okay. The driver was not hurt and is cooperating with authorities. The driver spoke with Apple Valley News Now at the scene and said it was an accident. The officers at the scene could not comment on if the driver would be ticketed, and the crash remains under investigation. STCU and Apple Valley News Now want your help in finding community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step to help us all. Please nominate someone like this by clicking on the Contests tab at applevalleynewsnow.com. From your nominations, we choose volunteers to profile, and STCU awards his or her organization $1,000 donation. Thank you, and a big thank you to all volunteers who help make our community stronger, and to STCU. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
It is Tuesday, and we are getting ready for, well, another day, and we're getting ready for more fog. If you enjoyed yesterday, more of it on the way. I'll explain my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, a local addiction treatment center is taking the next step to battle addiction in our region.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months, or save up to $3,000 on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Better hurry, these offers won't be back in stock.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things Christmas. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2024 Benton Franklin Fair.
This package includes a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal, all for only $30. That's a savings of $15. Available now until Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the Fair Office in Pasco. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Want $500? It's Santa's Big Give from Coca-Cola of Yakima and Tri-Cities. To enter, click on contests at applevalleynews.com. $500. Santa's Big Give from Coca-Cola of Yakima and Tri-Cities and applevalleynews.com.
During the holiday sale at Furniture Row, I could show you one sofa, one table, one mattress, even just one bed. But then you'd miss out on the hundreds of other sofas, tables, beds, mattresses, and accessories that make up Furniture Row's incredible selection and guaranteed lowest prices. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. Shop the holiday sale today, only at Furniture Row.
Here we go.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Well, the 98 people who died of drug overdoses in Yakima County last year are just a small part of a growing problem in the United States. Long wait lists for treatment programs are stopping people from entering recovery. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the expansion and relocation of local addiction medical center is hoping to help.
When Ideal Option was at its location at 11th Avenue and River Road, they were only able to see about 20 to 25 patients per day. But now, with the big move, they've been able to triple that number.
So now we have the capacity to serve up to 75 patients a day in this centralized location and just really help save lives and better the community.
An outpatient treatment center for substance use, including fentanyl, opiates, marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol.
We are low barrier, so people are coming in and out of our clinic. We don't keep anybody overnight. They're able to come in, get prescribed their medication same day and go.
It starts by getting a urine sample from the patient, which is quickly tested in their in-house lab.
When that happens, then we're able to create an individualized treatment plan for each patient. Rather than assuming what's in their system, now we know what we need to treat.
And what kind of medication, along with counseling, will help the most.
We're doing things such as Suboxone and Sublocade injections, Vivitrol injections. This is something that is stopping our patients from having cravings and withdrawals.
But there is a stigma attached to medication-assisted treatment.
A lot of people aren't really understanding what this medication is doing. Rather, a lot of people are judging it as trading one drug for another, and it's just simply not doing that.
She says the quick turnaround time between someone making the decision to seek treatment and walking out with a prescription is critical to recovery.
It's such a small window, and being able to serve somebody that same day, even sometimes within hours, is where we're really able to get ahead of that. Anybody that's struggling, I just want to encourage you to reach out. We're here for you. We're not going to sit here and judge you.
Ideal Option is located at 602 North 39th Avenue, Suite 200. They're open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. They accept most types of insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, and patients can typically start their treatment within about 24 to 72 hours. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Coming up, a pregnant Texas woman whose fetus has a fatal condition left the state to end her pregnancy before the state Supreme Court rejected her challenge of one of the most restrictive bans in the United States. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you ready for your Tuesday. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Is your furnace worn out and a bit ugly? Apple Valley News Now and Jacobs & Rhodes present the Ugly Furnace Contest, your chance to win a brand new gas furnace. To enter, click on Contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com and follow the instructions. Everyone who enters gets a free system inspection. One second prize winner gets a 2-year membership in the Jacob & Rhodes Maintenance Club. And the grand prize winner gets the new gas furnace, including expert installation by Jacobs & Rhodes. The Ugly Furnace Contest from Jacobs & Rhodes and Apple Valley News Now.
It's a small city with a big history with one very unique house.
They're local artists and they have transformed their home into an amazing reflector art display.
Ellensburg on Fly the Northwest, tonight on KapKVU Local News at 6.
Our baby dog has captured your favorite pom-pom hat and it's spread around her like a crime scene.
Next live, Sydney Sweeney. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying your morning so far. Folks, we have more of the same today, exactly what we saw yesterday. We do have a dense fog advisory. That's for the Blue Mountain region, persisting pretty much over to the west into the Dalles. So get ready for more fog this morning, and that will continue. Our visibility, we have now 10% visibility for Walla Walla and the Pendleton areas. So getting worse as we're moving along in our morning. 50% visibility for Ellensburg, 40% for Hermiston. Air quality holding tough. We're keeping an eye. Hopefully with all this stagnant air, it doesn't make our air quality worse, but it certainly could, especially the longer it goes. And we do expect it to stick around for quite some time. Light winds right now, and that's going to persist into our weekend and into our next work week. So more light winds to come, and that means not the freshest air, especially as we get to our weekend. And that also affects how much fog we get. So current temperatures were above the freezing level across the board, and we should be expecting to see under the freezing mark temperatures as we move along into the next couple of days. So we have, again, average temperatures for our highs, and that's going to continue into our weekend, almost the epitome of average temperatures for this time of year. All of our cities, lower 40s, upper 30s. So radar, we had a little bit of shower activity that moved into the mid-Columbia just about an hour ago, and then just that hint in the Prosser area. So could be a little bit of wet roads out there. Futurecast looking more or less dry, quite a bit of cloud coverage today, maybe a little bit less cloud coverage as we get to our afternoon tomorrow, but then more cloud coverage coming in Thursday early with a chance of just a quick little shower or two. We'll, of course, keep a close eye on that. So our countdown, my goodness, winter solstice, 9 days away next Thursday evening. Christmas Day, 2 weeks from yesterday. New Year's Day is 3 weeks, excuse me, from yesterday. 2024 is almost here. Our highs, lower 40s, upper 30s across the board, pretty much right on par with what we saw yesterday, and we're going to see similar conditions tomorrow and really for our work week ahead. Overnight lows are expected to be below the freezing mark starting tonight for Yakima, and just average temperatures. Maybe some sunshine this weekend. We'll keep an eye on that, but more fog is definitely on the way. In the Tri-Cities area, maybe a little bit cooler as we get to our weekend, especially Sunday into Monday. Overnight lows below that freezing mark starting Thursday, late night. And again, cloud coverage or foggy conditions, and that's the same for Walla Walla. And we've really seen the fog since last night. Hopefully it will break at some point today, but even if it does break, we will see cloud coverage above us. So air quality, an issue, not just yet. We are looking still in the good zone, but we have plenty of fog. Right now, 10% visibility for Pendleton and Walla Walla. That dense fog advisory is good until 10 a.m. this morning. Give yourself a little extra time. We do have patchy fog throughout many of our areas, and that will continue tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, and into our weekend. Highs again today, lower 40s across the board.
Now to the latest on a pregnant mother's abortion fight in one of the most restrictive states in the nation. The Texas Supreme Court denied her request after halting a lower court's approval for the procedure. The woman says her fetus faced a condition that has a low survival rate, and doctors warned that continuing the pregnancy could jeopardize her long-term health. ABC's Justin Finch on why her attorneys say she had to leave Texas.
A new turn in the case of Dallas mother Kate Cox. The 31-year-old at the center of what's believed to be the first case of a pregnant woman seeking court permission for an abortion since the fall of Roe v. Wade. Cox telling ABC News she thought her emergency abortion request would prevail in Texas.
And I could see in this case, surely I would qualify for that exemption.
But her exemption never came. Cox's lawyers say she could not wait any longer, announcing she left the state to legally obtain the procedure.
We are really focused on getting Ms. Cox the health care that she needs as quickly as possible.
Hours after Cox's attorney's announcement, the all-Republican Texas State Supreme Court unanimously denied her abortion Monday, ruling her pregnancy risk didn't meet the state's qualifications, including to prevent major bodily harm or save the life of the mother. This doctor slamming that decision.
They clearly want to continue to be able to control people's lives instead of allowing physicians to make the medical decisions that make the best sense for them and their patients.
Cox says her doctors told her her fetus's trisomy 18 diagnosis meant little chance for survival. And at more than 20 weeks pregnant, doctors caution continuing to carry could endanger her health and even risk future fertility for the mother of two. Cox initially granted permission to get an abortion.
I am going to grant the temporary restraining order.
Then Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton appealed to the Texas Supreme Court, arguing the Cox case didn't meet the medical exception threshold.
Cox's attorneys are not revealing where she went to end her pregnancy. A similar challenge is under review in Kentucky State Court. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a verdict has been reached in an antitrust lawsuit against tech giant Google and their handling of the Android App Store.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. Repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
It's a small city with a big history, with one very unique house.
They're local artists, and they have transformed their home into an amazing reflector art display.
Ellensburg on Fly the Northwest, tonight on KapKVU Local News at 6.
Looking for Santa Claus? He's here with us at Queensgate Gardens. Visit us today for your best selection of Christmas trees and wreaths. For this season's holiday cheer, bring your family and find the perfect tree. Customize your own wreath and pick out locally grown poinsettia. Visit us at Queensgate Garden today.
With the winter months approaching, it's that time of year to do what we can to provide the best holiday season to the little ones in our valley. From now to the end of the year, Pingree Ford will be collecting new and gently used coats for kids, as well as new unwrapped toys for Tots. We're committed to the children in our community, and we hope you can join us in our mission. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy new year.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, now to the verdict in a case over whether Google operates a monopoly on its smartphone platform in its App Store. The Epic decision could have major consequences for U.S. consumers. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains.
This morning, a federal jury has found Google guilty of violating antitrust laws on its Android operating system.
This decision is the first major courtroom victory for regulators and, sort of rivals that have been complaining for years that Apple, Google, Microsoft, other big tech companies are illegal monopolists.
The case was brought by video game maker Epic Games, which sued Google in 2020 after the tech giant delisted Epic's hit game Fortnite from its app store, Google Play. Google removed the game because it allowed players to make in-app purchases directly from Epic, bypassing the fee Google typically charges. But a jury yesterday sided with Epic on all counts.
The jury found that Google broke antitrust laws by restricting the ability of app developers, wireless carriers, device makers to freely promote alternatives to Google Play and to Google's billing tools.
Epic CEO writing victory over Google and free Fortnite. In the coming months, a judge will decide whether to order changes to Google's business practices, which could mean big changes for the App Store used by hundreds of millions of people worldwide.
One of the big things that could come about here for users is more options in terms of apps at lower prices.
But Google is vowing to appeal the verdict, saying the trial made clear that we compete fiercely with Apple and its App Store, as well as app stores on Android devices and gaming consoles. Epic previously lost a similar legal fight against Apple concerning apps on the iPhone due to different business structures.
As for Google, the Justice Department in dozens of states are also suing the company, claiming it maintains a monopoly in search and advertising. That case could be decided next year. Coming up, a bold move from Special Counsel Jack Smith could shatter former President Trump's defense, claiming presidential immunity. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details. Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
From Washington Broadband, where we construct high-speed internet, fiber, cable, and wireless all year round. From us to you,
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 handheld battery blower. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Season's greetings from everyone at Apple Valley News Now.
Special Counsel Jack Smith's team has asked the Supreme Court to step in and decide the issue of presidential immunity regarding former President Trump's federal election interference charges. And President Biden is expected to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky today as potential aid for Ukraine remains wrapped up in a contentious funding bill.
More fog and clouds to greet you on your Tuesday morning. I'll get you prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday, and we're just cranking on in December.
There we go.
It's the 12th already.
Already the 12th. We're already just about 2 weeks in, and it's wrapping up soon.
It is wrapping up soon, so we're going to help you get prepared for wrapping up those presents and wrapping up your year. Let's take a look outside. We do have pretty good visibility right now in our Richland area, at least on our Columbia Point Skycam, but we do have fog in many areas, especially along the Blues. There is a dense fog advisory at least through 10 a.m. this morning. 10% visibility there for Pendleton, Walla Walla, 40% for Hermiston, 50% for Ellensburg. Other than that, we're looking pretty good highs today, almost on par with what we saw yesterday. Lower 40s, and again, either cloudy conditions or foggy conditions are going to greet you, and that's going to continue into tomorrow, and it's going to continue pretty much for the week ahead. We'll see if that fog does lift today for Walla Walla, but if it does, you'll see that cloud coverage. So again, highs right around those lower 40s. Cloud or fog today, winds remain light, average temperatures persist, and this looks to extend into our weekend, not only our weekend, but into our next work week. Let me get you prepared for all of that. My first alert weather forecast that's coming up in about 10 minutes.
Well, it's being called an extraordinary request. The special counsel investigating former president's role in the January 6th attack is now asking the Supreme Court to decide whether Trump has immunity. At issue is whether the president is immune from prosecution for crimes committed while in office. Trump, of course, was in office when he allegedly interfered in the election, including on January 6th. Here's ABC's Justin Finch.
This morning, special counsel Jack Smith is asking the Supreme Court to quickly rule on former President Trump's claim that he has immunity from prosecution of anything he did while in office, particularly his role in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. A lower court already rejected Trump's claim of absolute immunity, but Trump appealed. And the appeal process could delay the trial past the 2024 election. In response, Smith is now turning to the Supreme Court in a rare move, bypassing the appeals court.
Such a request for quick consideration and quick ruling on such a major issue is highly unusual, but it is not without precedent. Back during the Watergate era, of course, the court ruled in a very much expedited manner that President Nixon could not use executive privilege to keep Congress from getting access to his Oval Office tapes.
In a separate filing, Smith's office says at the trial it plans to call 3 experts who reviewed data from Trump's phone. Data that includes periods of time when Trump's Twitter app was open during the January 6th attack, suggesting Smith's team will try to show Trump's role in communicating with the rioters. The Trump campaign accuses Smith of trying to interfere in the 2024 election. Trump is the clear front runner for the Republican nomination, and new polls show him leading President Biden in a hypothetical matchup in 2 key battlegrounds. The CNN poll in Michigan finds Trump holding a 10-point lead over Biden. And in Georgia, Trump holds a 5-point lead. Both states were won by Biden in 2020. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
The Supreme Court has given Trump's legal team until next Wednesday to respond to Jack Smith's request for a ruling on the immunity claim. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is scheduled to meet with Senators, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and President Joe Biden later today. This visit to Washington comes as Congress is in a stalemate over a funding bill that has assistance earmarked for Ukraine. Zelensky, making his 3rd trip to the U.S. since the start of the Russian war, wants the U.S. to pass a supplemental national security package that would in part provide billions in aid to Ukraine. Many Republicans are pushing back, saying major concessions are needed regarding the surge of migrants at the U.S.'s southern border. Some on Capitol Hill say it's unlikely an agreement on immigration will be reached before senators are scheduled to leave the Hill for the holidays. More than 40 protesters were arrested on Capitol Hill Monday. The activists were in a Senate office building demanding Congress not approve the Biden administration's requested $106 billion aid package, which includes more than $14 billion to Israel. The organizers are endorsed by several pro-Palestinian groups. They said they oppose, quote, Israel's genocide and ethnic cleansing project in Palestine. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Welcome to Tuesday, everyone. It's very much like our Monday. Let me get you ready for that. My first alert weather forecast that is coming up soon.
Plus, K-pop fans now have a tentative idea when the supergroup BTS will be back as their military service gets underway.
Happy Hanukkah from Apple Valley News Now.
Hi, I'm Gino at Italstone.
Hi, I'm Andrew at Italstone. Excited to join my father's business, a true family business.
And we got great news for you. We just got a fantastic deal on quartz and granite slabs that we want to pass on to you. You'll be shocked at the savings. Come and see us for a free estimate. You'll be glad you did. We are with you every step of the way.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Find the season's hottest toys at Macy's. Shop Toys R Us now at Macy's.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring.
That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
Get ready to have a blast with 2 back-to-back episodes of the wildest displays in the galaxy.
It's out of this world!
The Great Christmas Light Fight, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Whitman Hill Winery, creating highly sought-after wines from our estate-grown vineyard. Our wine club is the gift that gives all year long. With wine shipped to your door, complimentary tastings, invites to special events, and more. Whitman Hill Wine Club. Join the family and watch us grow.
Your Seahawks are back on Monday Night Football as the Philadelphia Eagles come to Seattle for a primetime NFC showdown. The Eagles battle the Hawks at 5. Then stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now primetime. It's all Monday night.
Our baby dog has captured your favorite pom-pom hat, and it's spread around her like a crime scene.
Next 5, Sydney Sweeney. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. All 7 BTS members have now started their military service. Several news outlets are reporting the last 4 members of the K-pop group RM, V, Jimin, and Jungkook began their mandatory enlistment this week. The other members, Jin, J-Hope, and Suga, are already serving in the military.
In South Korea, all able-bodied men between 18 and 35 are required to serve in the military for 18 to 21 months. The group's management, HYBE, says the band will likely reunite sometime in 2025 when all the enlistments are complete. Oh, the national nightmare will be over by then.
They're a very, very popular K-pop group.
Yes,
I have many.
They're on advertisements.
Exactly. Many of my friends are big K-pop fans,
right.
And big BTS fans. I just looked it up. They released their first album in 2013, which is 10 years ago already. I didn't think that they'd been around for that long, but the group has been around for a decade, and now they're going on their little break.
All right. Well, it'll do them some good.
Yes.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
There you go.
All right. Quick look outside. Let me get you ready for your Tuesday and my first alert weather forecast. That is next.
And we'll take a look at a few of the nonprofits featured at yesterday's Pasco Chamber of Commerce Showcase. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
Happy holidays from Queensgate Gardens. With family in town, it's time to decorate your tree. Visit Queensgate Gardens today to build your own Christmas ornaments. Tell Santa Claus what's on your list and create holiday memories that will last forever. For this season's holiday cheer, visit Queensgate Gardens.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
The chill of winter has always been warmed by the glow of tradition, which sometimes starts as a simple gift that is then passed from generation to generation. The holiday season gives us just one more reason to find joy in the little things. And as years fly by, we realize the true gift is actually in the time we get to share together. This season, as past gifts turn into today's treasures, here's to creating that one more cherished moment with the ones you love. Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, celebrating tradition since 1905.
Is your furnace worn out and a bit ugly? Apple Valley News Now and Jacobs & Rhodes present the Ugly Furnace Contest, your chance to win a brand new gas furnace. To enter, click on Contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com and follow the instructions. Everyone who enters gets a free system inspection. One second prize winner gets a 2-year membership in the Jacob & Rhodes Maintenance Club. And the grand prize winner gets the new gas furnace, including expert installation by Jacobs & Rhodes. The Ugly Furnace Contest from Jacobs & Rhodes and Apple Valley News Now.
Save big now during the year-end sales event at Valley Nissan. Take advantage of our best selection in over 2 years. Discounts so big, the manufacturer won't let us post them. Valley Nissan is dealing on every new Nissan in stock. We must sell them fast so we can earn more from the manufacturer. Save on Rogue, Frontier, Altima, Titan, Pathfinder, and Sentra. Every vehicle tagged with full savings, plus get top dollar for your valuable trade-in. Don't miss the year-end sales event going on now at Valley Nissan.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. You can see a little bit of sheen on the roads here in Richland. We did have just a bit of shower activity roll through about 2 hours ago. So very, very light, very misty, but still some slick roads out there. So do take note. Also, we have a dense fog advisory. That is good until 10 a.m. this morning. That is for the Blue Mountain region all the way west to the Dalles. So possibly some tough driving through those areas. So keep an eye out for fog. We do have 30% visibility Walla Walla, 10% in Pendleton, 40% Hermiston, 50% in Ellensburg. So some patchy fog out there. Give yourself a little extra time. Air quality looking good. We are keeping an eye on it, though, with the lack of wind freshening our air. We are concerned that we'll have some not great air quality, but so far it's so good. So wind speeds are light. Look at the blues. They are nominal. That's why we have that fog popping up. And we do expect to see light winds continuing for the week ahead, if not well into our next work week. So we're not seeing much changes from this kind of blah weather pattern that we've got taking grip, and it's going to keep a pretty good grip for all of our areas for the week ahead. Current temperatures were above the freezing level for all of our areas. We do expect to see cooler conditions as we move into our next few mornings as we start to cool down, at least in our overnight period. But for our highs, we're going to continue to be right around our average for this time of year, lower 40s, upper 30s, and that's going to continue at least for the week ahead and most likely beyond that as well, possibly into our solstice next week and our next weekend, the holiday weekend. On our radar, we're pretty free and clear. Like I said, though, we saw some quick showers like you see there to the south of Prosser and Hermiston, but they moved on very quickly. And on our futurecast, plenty of cloud coverage for our areas, maybe a bit of a break Wednesday afternoon, but then more cloud coverage rolling in, and even could see just a minor bit of shower activity early on Thursday. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that. Winter solstice, 9 days away, next Thursday evening. Christmas Day, 2 weeks from yesterday. New Year's Day, 3 weeks from yesterday. That's all that's left in 2023. Our highs today, lower 40s, upper 30s. Maybe a touch cooler or on par with what we saw yesterday. And that's the case for all of our cities, including the Blue Mountain region. So 7-day forecast for Yakima. We're in those lower 40s for the week ahead. Overnight lows slowly starting to get below that freezing mark. And again, either cloud coverage or foggy conditions. Hopefully we see some sun breaks this weekend, but still this weather pattern is keeping a pretty good tight grip. Below freezing for the Tri-Cities area. It looks like Thursday late night into Friday morning. More fog and clouds as well. Maybe even upper 30s by Sunday. In Walla Walla, lower 40s for the week ahead. So for your day today, we do have some fog, especially along the blues. That's dense fog advisory good till 10 a.m. this morning. But just like yesterday, it took quite some time, if at all, for the fog to loosen its grip in Walla Walla and in Pendleton. But highs, lower 40s, light winds. Again, we have another day just like yesterday.
27 nonprofit organizations from across the Tri-Cities met at the Pasco Red Lion Hotel and Conference Center yesterday for the Pasco Chamber of Commerce's Nonprofit Showcase. Apple Valley News Now's Jill Sperling got the chance to talk to a few of those organizations and discuss the important services they provide.
from organizations that help children.
We are a youth empowerment program. We have 29 sites throughout the Tri-Cities serving over 750 youth each day.
To those that support veterans.
So about 20,000 veterans we serve, and that's just in Tri-Cities proper. So when you think of greater areas, the number just gets bigger.
There's no shortage of nonprofit organizations working to make a difference in the Tri-Cities. But these nonprofits can't help without the support of the community.
There's a tremendous need. Every single one of the nonprofits represented here are doing life-giving, critical services for those in need.
Which is why the Pasco Chamber of Commerce is trying to give them a hand through its nonprofit showcase.
Our goal is always to raise as much money as we can today for the nonprofits, but I think more importantly is there's this great connection that our Pasco Chamber members have now with these nonprofits. Maybe they meet somebody that they've never known existed before, and that may build up a relationship that will last in the future too.
Registration fees are given back to the nonprofit organizations in attendance, and each guest is given $10 to donate from GISA Credit Union.
And then as the guests come, there's an opportunity for them to provide an additional donation out of their own pocket, either by check, cash, or through a QR code. And they can give them to all, or they can give them to a select few, however they want to do it, through Three Rivers Community Foundation.
An event like this is extremely valuable for nonprofits to get the word out about their services and how people can help.
It just displays just how wonderful the Tri-Cities is and how much support that the nonprofits receive from our generous community. It's really incredible.
People knowing who we are and what we do is certainly going to help donors know if they want to give us their dollars to continue our mission, and then to get the word out to veterans of what we offer to them and their families.
And it doesn't hurt to host the event at a time of year when everyone is feeling just a little more generous.
I think it's just a time where we're all reminded of the blessings that we have in our life, and to be able to have that opportunity to then partner with organizations to bring those blessings to other people, I think is a real gift, and really grateful that we're able to do that.
While there was no specific donation goal, the Chamber of Commerce was hoping to exceed last year's amount, around $2,000. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what is ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a cautionary tale about missed heart attack symptoms in women.
I thought I was coming down with the flu or the upper respiratory infection or something.
After COVID and the flu moved through her family in 2022, 48-year-old Jenna Tanner felt like she was coming down with something too.
I didn't want to tell my husband because I knew he would say, we have to go straight to the hospital.
Ignoring the pain almost cost the Oklahoma resident her life. 2 days later, she says she passed out. When she awoke, she knew instantly she was having a massive heart attack. And this morning, she's sharing her story with GMA.
Women can typically present with symptoms unrelated to chest pain. That's one of the reasons why they get downplayed.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Jenna's story and the heart health symptoms all women need to know. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
$579 breaths to show them your stuff. Every breath matters. Don't let RSV take your breath away. Protect yourself from RSV with Abrysvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you at even higher risk. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at abrysvo.com.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The Southeastern Washington Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force is working to find criminals before a victim comes forward. Specially trained investigators manage conversations online to gather information to take dangerous predators off the internet. They say you shouldn't try to track down or confront a predator yourself, even if you know who it is. Confronting a criminal isn't only putting yourself in harm's way, but you could actually make work harder for police to gather admissible evidence. A fire in Benton County destroyed several animal coops and sheds at a home Monday morning. Fire crews responded to the call for help in the 10,600 block of North Canyon View Drive Northeast just before 10:30 a.m. The roofs of the outbuildings collapsed, leaving piles of burning wood on the ground. Several hay bales in the coops were charred. Animals were taken out of the cages after the fire crews arrived on scene, and it is unknown if any got hurt. Fire crews are still investigating how the fire started, and no one was injured. The Starbucks location in Kennewick was closed after a truck crashed into the store yesterday. It happened around 10:45 a.m. at the Starbucks located at 6607 West Canal Drive. Authorities say the driver of a pickup crashed into the building, smashing the large window. One person suffered minor injuries and was treated at the scene, according to authorities. They're expected to be okay. The driver was not hurt and is cooperating with authorities, and the crash remains under investigation. One of the men convicted in the attack on 4 power substations in western Washington last year has been sentenced. Jeremy Crayon is now spending a year and a half in prison after he and another defendant, Matthew Greenwood, both pleaded guilty. Prosecutors say Crayon and Greenwood planned to cut power to substations near Tacoma last Christmas in order to rob ATMs. Instead, thousands of residents were left without power in the middle of winter, and the attacks caused more than $200,000 in damages. Cleanup is now underway after a gasoline leak in Conway along the Olympic pipeline. The spilled gas forced one school in western Washington town to cancel classes. The leak occurred near a brand new salmon habitat meant to provide fish a place to travel through. Officials say the leak is not related to that construction. According to the Department of Ecology, the gas leak was caused by an overwhelming fault on the Olympic pipeline. BP, which operates the pipeline, says the pipeline was not ruptured. Long wait lists for addiction treatment programs can stop people from entering recovery, but the expansion and relocation of a local addiction medicine center is hoping to help. Ideal Option has moved to a bigger location in Yakima, which will allow them to triple the amount of in-person patients they're able to see, from 25 to 75 per day. There are no wait lists, and most forms of insurance are accepted. They use a combination of medication-assisted treatment and counseling to help them work through their recovery. A $1 million EPA Environmental Justice Grant has been awarded to the Yakima Health District to help improve water and air quality in the lower Yakima Valley. This grant will allow them to ramp up nitrate testing and increase education around possible contamination. Starting January 8th, 250 homes in the lower valley will receive a letter with a nitrate test strip. They'll be able to run it through tap water to see if their water nitrate levels are safe.
Aha, good Tuesday morning, everyone. We do have first light, sunrise at 7:30. We'll finally see more light as we get to next week for our winter solstice on Thursday. So we do have that to look forward to. Dense fog advisory along the Blue Mountain region. That's good till 10 a.m. That could be extended as fog has been sticking around the Blue Mountain region for the past couple of days, and we do expect more fog to be moving in for the week ahead. So 30% visibility right now. Walla Walla, 10% in Pendleton, 40 in Hermiston, 50 in Ellensburg. Be careful out there, folks, if you run into that patchy fog, especially along the Blues. So we do have light winds continuing, nominal winds along the Blue Mountain region and the Tri-Cities, and we do expect to see light winds for at least the week ahead, if not well into our next work week. Currently, we are above the freezing level across the board. We're going to probably see cooler temperatures as we move along into the rest of our work week, possibly under the freezing mark. We did have a little bit of shower activity moving through, but mostly misting our area. So we do have some wet roads, especially in the Tri-Cities area this morning. Here's our highs today. We are staying right around our average, upper 30s for Ellensburg. Lower 40s for Yakima and Toppenish. Over in the Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 40s. And yes, I'm a broken record, mid to lower 40s for the lovely Blue Mountain region. So again, you're going to either see fog or cloud coverage as you head out the door this morning. We do have average temperatures, similar day expected tomorrow. Riley.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.